Let's talk about methylation. I've got tons of videos on methylation. I'm making them all the time. And specifically, I want to talk about methylation with regard to using the GI1 powder for IBS and SIBO, regardless of what kind of SIBO you've been diagnosed with, regardless of the gas on your breath test, regardless of the type of fungal species or candida you've been diagnosed with. If you have gassy, bloaty, fermentation symptoms in your digestive system and you're using the GI1 powder and you're getting better, then you're on the right track. If you're having die-off reactions, or if you're having sulfur cycle upregulation reactions like insomnia or headaches or anxiety, then what your body is telling you is slow down. It might take you a long time to get up to your full dose, but if you're getting better in your digestive system, slow down your titration, go more slowly in your titration, only increase your dose when any kind of upregulation reactions dissipate for you. Okay, so now let's look specifically at methylation. So here's a methylation schematic that I think is relatively easy to follow. And what I've got circled up here for you in purple is the start. That's where it all starts. So it starts with methionine. Methionine is the universal sulfur donor, and we can't make it. The only place you can get methionine is from eating proteins in your diet. So you can take as much of the GI1 powder as you want to. You're not going to make methionine from it, except there's another spot in the cycle. Let's pop it down here. And in that part of the cycle, you can remethylate your homocysteine back into methionine using something called trimethylglycine. Trimethylglycine, 3 methyls, right? It turns to dimethylglycine in the process. Now, theoretically, and I did find one study that, not conclusively, but theoretically, and yes, it does make sense to me too, where you can remethylate your homocysteine back into methionine. Please share this information on Reddit, any subgroups from SIBO or IBS that you're on, because I'm giving you the most up-to-date scientific data, not just guessing about what might be happening with your methylation cycles. So there's a probability, and we don't have hard evidence, that you can remethylate your homocysteine back into methionine using the methyl donor in the methylsulfonomethane. Again, it's not proven, but there's probability. I'm willing to consider it because somehow we're getting sulfate and somehow we're getting that into the cycle, right? So if you remethylate, if you use 2 methyl groups from methylsulfonomethane to remethylate homocysteine into methionine, spin that cycle around again, then you're going to have sulfate left over. And that sulfate is going to be used by your bodies for so many good things. Don't even get me started. But I've talked a lot about that in other videos too, how important sulfate is for us and our everything healthy. The only downside with sulfate is if you can't convert sulfite to sulfate, that's the molybdenum pathway. We all know about that. Okay, so we're entertaining that the methylsulfonomethane can be used as a methyl donor to methylate homocysteine back into methionine, potentially. But do you know that you're eating methyl donors all the time? There's methyl groups on fats. There's methyl groups on some proteins or some amino acids. There's methyl groups attached to carbohydrates. So I think it's a big stretch, but I'm willing to entertain it, again, because I did find one study, and if it's not that, then I'll keep on searching for answers for you. Please share this information with any of the groups that you're on where people are, throwing out theories on methylation and the GI1 powder. And remember, if you're getting better, if your digestive system is getting better using the GI1 powder, you're on the right track. Please just slow down. I've had patients that have taken 2 years to get themselves up to the dose, and you know, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. I wish I had a better answer for you. And if I ever do have a better answer for you, I will tell you. Right now, this is the best one I've got. So it's worked for a lot of people all over the world. I'm so happy about that. I'm thrilled about that because I want you to be well.